Record.
Hi guys. A lot of you have asked in both my Q&A videos for me to talk about the Digboard application. The Digboard project, which is now by Ferion. But it's 3 different companies are doing it. And Pine, I don't know if anybody knows about the Pine. But they're doing the Digboard they're doing a part of the Digboard project. Now, not everything is from Pine, but most of the stuff is. So, for example, they've opened it to Linux distributions. This is a fantastic thing, by the way, because it means that people can look at code. Now, you will be known or aware that I have ranted in videos on my channel. If you watch this channel, you'll know that I rant about looking at code. You'll know that I rant about all that really, really great stuff. And a guy called David Fox, who's behind the Digboard project, has also he's a Scratch programmer. He's freaking great. He does Scratch. He does all the really good, cool stuff. And he was saying, these are really, the stuff that he's been doing with the Digboard. He has been doing some awesome stuff. He even made an Instagram post showing off the code that he made. And this is the thing, right? He showed off an Instagram post showing off the code that he was doing. And so this is a great thing. This is, freedom of information, freedom of code, freedom of data, which we're not entirely free of. But when it comes to information and all that really good stuff, code, free code. Now, I don't mean free in the sense that it's out there, no one's going to make any money off it. I mean free in the sense that it's open source. You ain't going to get sued or whatever. This code ain't going to harm you. In fact, he did a thing where he was showing off 20 lines, and he said, this is the 20 lines anybody can use with the things that they want to use. He also, my imaginary friend Andy uses, we're going to be talking about it on a different thing, on a brand new podcast that we've got going, about Tapton, Tapton C and all this stuff. And basically, it's just a really, really quick version of programming. And it's taken from scratch. So I thought I would sit down and talk this with you because anyway, now the good thing about this is they have done a lot with this thing. They have done a lot with this. They've really gone out there. They've really, really pushed everything out. They've even got DigCloud, their own cloud form of system, and they have their own servers. Now, they keep moving them servers, but the reason those servers keep moving is so your data is safe. They don't touch your data. They just take it off one machine and move it to another machine. That's all they do. They don't even look at it. Your data, when it goes on their machines, is actually encrypted. So this is the thing. This is really, really good stuff. It is secure. When you pay for the cloud service, you're not paying for the data, you're paying for the security. Isn't that what we all want? Isn't this what we all want? And in fact, they even support Nextcloud. Their servers are on Nextcloud. So even though they're an imaginary company, they've got Nextcloud. They've got all this really, really good stuff. But the DigCloud service, supporting They've even got something called dead disk, and dead disk is basically if the hard drive goes down or if anything goes down, your information, your data is backed up on a hard drive. It is not looked at. Nobody looks at your information. You pay for security. You pay for that. You don't pay for them, putting data from from one machine to the next, and they peering at that information. Those documents are basically whatever you use, whatever you do, whether it's photos, videos, music, whatever, it's stored on the machines, never looked at. Never ever looked at. It's got like a zero number or something, and it's once like that's gone, it actually permanently deletes as well. And it's really good how it's worked. And they've actually got one server that just has all the stuff sitting on. They have like a password thing. All the stuff just sits there. All the passwords get encrypted. So stuff like debit card and credit card numbers, they don't see it because it's all encrypted. And they go through all sorts of hoops. And they have had to use certain level of code. They use something called fourth code for all the really, really high security stuff, especially when it's like cards and stuff. But they're using Linux distributions, they're using open source web browsers. They've built their own, but they let you customize it. And this is the whole thing, open source is the new thing. And a lot of people ask for it. And what are my thoughts on the Digboard? I've not used the Digboard. I'm seeing its end result pretty soon. But I've seen the start of it, and I know what it is, and I know what it's been through. I know the guys who are doing it. They did some great MGRX talks, but they've only ever done 2 because they're a really busy company. And they're also independent too. These guys ain't relying on big companies. And a lot of these guys, like the programmers that build the code, the people that do it, they have to rely on the users. They said a lot of the bugs they're not sure of. They would rather you use it, and they'd rather you tell them. And this is how good the company is, right? Any glitches, any bugs, you go to them. They do it, they sort it. And it's not, their systems aren't Android or Apple systems. They do their own systems. You can even redevelop it. This is why they went with Pine. This is why they went down the Pine route. Because everything that Pine does, they only make it for developers. So the Digboard, you're actually buying a developer's tablet or a developer's phone. This is how good it is. Do you want to develop? I mean, it's like the Alcatel. Those really cheap phones. People buy them so they can put Linux on. In fact, the Linux phones a lot of them were Android models. But you don't want to buy an Android model. You want to buy a you want to buy something that's out of the box, a third party model, and this is why probably developers are jumping on it. Fine, let developers jump on it. They're going to help, but they're opening it to everybody. They're saying, here you are, here's to anybody who wants to give this a try. Anybody who wants to hop into what we're doing, and this is it. And why not? And they've got their own app store. Now, usually when you buy something off an app store, that's like this open source stuff, you have to type stuff like get apt sudo install. Well, they have actually, when you buy the dig board, in the in the info settings, there is the sudo apt get install codes for each application. So basically, when you need to go in fact, no, a lot of the stuff's on their website, but they've got a few of the ones in the settings. They've got like a list of apps, and you can go and get it. But the rest of it comes, they've got like a blog post full of like apt sudo get install, whatever you see on the app store. You can go onto their website, copy it, paste it straight into the app store thing, and you've got the price. In fact, there was one of the guys that was doing like a what were they ordering in code? They were ordering a holiday or something. They were actually ordering a holiday, before all this lockdown stuff happened, and they were just doing that, and literally like they were ordering stuff, and all the codes were there. All the codes that you have on the settings, turn on, turn off. Again, it's up to you what you want to twiddle with, if you are a coder and you want to do everything in code, hey, they've got that covered. They really have. And they let you look at the code behind everything they do. If you are a coder and you are a complete nerd who likes to code, I'm not a nerd who likes to code. I'm a geek who likes to look at what coders do. I'm into reverse engineering, but they have got, in fact, the instruction guide that comes with the device is even full of code to help you out. So if there's something you need, you can go straight to the instruction guide, straight to the toolkit page, and you can get all the stuff there. It's brilliant. And it's one of these things, they let you take it apart to put it back together, to use it how you want to use it. It's just, you don't get that with closed source systems. They want you to sort of be comfortable to use it, but with this, it's like, everything just works beautiful. It just works fantastic. Normally you have to type a bunch of codes in. It does help to know these things. A lot of people say, why do you want to learn this and why do you want to know that? Well, intriguement, but if I'm working on something where I need to look at code, then yeah. But we're doing the 4 weeks today. We're seeing the dig board in its progress. It's one of those things. But this is why they have all the Discord groups and everything. It even comes with, when you get the dig board, you get a support number that comes with it, because they're always on hand. This is a lot of things that all people need to do. They need to start supporting people properly. Anyway, that's it from me. Please subscribe and like my channel. And there is some really good videos coming out soon. People who want reading material, let me know. I will do a Lazy Sunday video on that. If not, I'll just keep it to the Sally Army magazines, because it's given me great content. But obviously, if you guys want reading material, I might have a break from doing the Kids Alive magazines. You know, I'm not getting paid for doing this channel, but I know a lot of people watch and they enjoy me going through the Kids Alive magazines. I know some of you have been doing the activities in there. So anyways, I really hope you've enjoyed this, and goodbye for now.
One notification. Mic trigger. Mic lock. Finish recording.